I don't mind coming over. No, what I'll do, just turn the meter off. Start should come out, then come
I've got
10 girls sleeping upstairs. It's huge house, there's 10 bedroom house. So all the girls there, friends from school, these guys, because you always say, they all ask you for you're not going to charge them. Sometimes I'll look at the people and say, come out, this is going somewhere else. Yeah, but they don't catch on these kind of things. So I've got my sometimes I don't charge people, because you never know if those alarms work or not. So it's one of your vision saturated, another hour. Probably start to sleep. So anyway, meantime he's in the gym. I said, okay, I'll pop down tomorrow. So he's a fitness fanatic. So he's in the gym, so he's not on the phone. Thank God he did that. So eventually he called me back. In the morning, they had to plans the bell go through the gate. His wife opened the door and said, the daughter, I can feel the radiators are hot. And I think he's rushing on. Because the alarm was beeping in there. That's not the alarm for the... Anyway, so I was cold, so turning back on. Could have the hot water back on. So the meter is outside anyway. It's fresh air for the house. You can have a 30% saturated. I look at that. This is not the alarm. Really dangerous. Yeah, very carbon monoxide. So said that I'm going to do something. So listen, to be fair, should come out. But I've got 10 girls sleeping upstairs. It's huge house. There's 10 bedrooms when I got home. So all the girls there.
It's Sunday. I'm really going to be in trouble now.
So I went, no, actually my wife, she was actually really worried when I told her that on the way home. And then I get a phone call from him in the afternoon. And he said to me, listen, find the babysitter for the kids, we'll take you out for dinner. So they took me and my wife to this beautiful French place somewhere near Croydon. I didn't know it existed, a nice restaurant near Croydon.
Lovely.
Sorry, that meant to be horrible. And they said, come to the office, because so I went back to the office. Literally, I knew that this guy's a big investor in the real estate market. And they said, I've got this big project and blah blah blah. You want to get involved? If you want, you can. If you want to invest some money with us, and then you can get involved. I didn't have any money. So I said, okay, thanks, let me know that. And occasionally he kept calling me, like, asking for advice on certain things. Why are you asking me? One morning, about 4 months later, I got a text. I was shaving, I remember. So this guy sent me a text. I struck a deal with a foreign investment fund from Luxembourg, and it's going to be from opportunity for everyone. Please come and see me. So he said to me, right, I've got to my disposal £500 million. I said, I want you to build our houses. I need to give you something back for what you did for me. I said, well, I'm not a builder. I said, I don't care. So that's how we started. So we still work together. We do about 700 houses every year.
Wow, what a story.
I know, and we're really, really close together. Like, in a sense, we don't even sign contracts. I remember once the funders picked everyone up, said, we got a contract for that building. Said, oh yeah. It's like to produce a contract. Because they guarantee and things like that we do a lot still together, and then that's what really projected me. And without him, I probably would have had to close the company down.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
But what a lovely way of doing business, because ultimately that was because you just went there and said, don't worry about it, that's fine. And yeah, gosh.
What a lovely man.
What a lovely man. What a gentleman. Wow, what an extraordinary story.
I know, even now we involved him, and I've met. I wouldn't be what I am now if I didn't have the opportunity. Of course, you should say opportunity. You only get opportunity because you tried the opportunity to yourself, in a way.
Yeah, I mean, you can sort of see how it sort of built up to that circumstance. But
if I wasn't a person, maybe his godfather wouldn't feel like giving me the work, or wouldn't feel like asking me to. Yeah. Obviously, I did credit to myself as well, but his credit was to put the opportunity there for me to take it. So, and since then we grew and grew, like it's 400% a year. So going for like turnover £600,000 a year to turnover 10-15 million, depends.
Wow. So how many people do you employ now?
120.
Goodness.
Yeah. That was done like in 3 years.
Yeah, that's extraordinary.
So to me, it took me as a storm. I'm not saying it's easy now, because I didn't have infrastructure. I don't come from corporate background, so it's not as if I knew, you need that candidate there, you need that candidate there, you need this system. There was no system, which is mainly at first in my office, only me. I used to work from a study in a house anyway. Then I got an office. Then I started to employ. My wife came to work with me. She didn't work. It's the stress.
Yeah.
What I found that she hates that, because by then obviously we had all the issue with the hospital not paying us and all that sort of things, but it was never a line. You know, I used to come home, we still work. Well, there was never like a reflection moment. So you sit down, you reassess your day and make a strategy. Because I think men and women are sometimes they approach problem in different ways. Because I think we're structured differently, we're biologically different. So, and there was not much rationality.
Yeah.
And then she said, "Well, you created this monster. You need to sort it out."
Yeah, you deal with it. Yeah.
And which is, I said, I think you should stay home and do whatever something else if you want to, but you know, it's not going to work with us because you're not.
It's very difficult to work with your spouse.
I think it's when you build a business like that, it's not plain sailing. You're going to have so many issues, so many problems. People don't pay you the stuff, and they say unless you're cold-blooded, you can't.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole host of new issues. Just because it's big, it's not easier by any chance.
Because before it was 100 the problem. Now maybe the problem is 1 million.
Yeah.
So you're going to 2 million, not 200,000. So it really does happen.
So where are these houses that you're building? Is it all in?
The moment we're doing 467 flats in Bristol.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. We just completed 114 Crawley near Gatwick. We've done in excess of 440 actually in Harlow. So I did it. Crawley we did a lot. We did a building 92, a building 69, building 42. We did a lot in Croydon. We're constantly looking.
What, for the land?
But we do a lot of conversion. So empty building, we ask planning permission, and we. Yeah, but it's good. It's really good. It's fun. It's hard but fun.
Yeah.
And it gave me an opportunity to create something that I've never dreamed of.
Yeah.
Without having to go through the back end process that I would have had probably in my country.
It's quite a curve though, isn't it? It's like that.
No, it's not curve. It's like normally they say, you know, when you build a business, you step, you go up, and you plateau, you go up.
Yeah.
I've not got to the plateau stage yet.
Absolutely.
All I got is this ladder that keep going up.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah, I do enjoy. I like business, but by then now I'm doing other stuff as well. We work in a business in Middle East, food distribution.
Where did that come from?
Because through the real estate business, I come across a guy that invested with us and is big in food distribution in Europe, Italian guy. And through my connection here, I managed to open a door in Qatar through the royal family and all that sort of things. And now hopefully we should start at the end of the year with.
There's not enough hours in the day. Are you still not sleeping? Or are you...
No, I still don't sleep. No, I still don't sleep. I try a lot of magnesium bath at night, but it's not working.
Not the chamomile tea.
I've stopped drinking coffee 8th of December last year.
Okay, still not helping.
Because I used to drink like 10 espresso a day. So
yeah.
But that never made a difference to me. And so we started that, and I don't even know what else have I got going on. Now, yeah, that's another thing. I've got into the fast food, which is not as glamorous. I've met a guy, which is the main concession of the Taco Bell and KFC in UK.
Okay.
So he needs all his shops built.
Wow. So
he's got 51 restaurants to be built in the next couple of years, which is now we're working on that. Funny enough, I've got a meeting with him tomorrow morning. Well, he's a Fijian guy, he's from Fiji. And I went to Fiji with him for 3 days. That's right, I went to Fiji for 3 days, 60-hour flight. For 3 days, because he's got 3 hotels over there, and he just bought 2,000 acres, which he wants to develop other hotels. He wants us to be involved in that sort of thing.
What, out in Fiji?
Out in Fiji, yeah. So he wants to have an operation running in Fiji. I want to do with you. So set up a company, we go in business together, blah, blah, blah. He's just a 100 miles an hour guy. And again, I met him by chance. I was in... it's because somebody asked me to design a restaurant near Buckingham Palace. And I went over this girl I know, she's a public relation girl, so she wants the commission or whatever. So I meet this guy, this Fijian guy was partnering with another guy, an Indian guy. And we met at the Rolls Royce garage in Berkeley Square. Because they were having an event, he was buying a new Rolls Royce. So we met, and we kind of become close. Their restaurant we never done. the Tante restaurant, and then I was a guest at his house in Fiji's beautiful place.
I've never been to Fiji.
I was treated like royalty over there because he's practically the brother of the Prime Minister as well. So you can, there's red carpets everywhere you go. And
wow,
it's really
get used to that.
Get used to that. And I remember they organised all my flights and things like that. Literally, I went on Tuesday morning to my wife. I said, I'm going to Fiji this afternoon.
How did that go down?
No, she was like excited and then she got pissed off, and then. But I was back by Monday morning.
Exhausted?
Actually, when you travel business class, it's not too bad if you lay down. But I was tired because it was 100 miles an hour there, and there's 12 hours difference. So by the time we went to bed, all my phone call from London I was trying to receive. So I was like up all night. Then coming back, I remember landing at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4:55. I went on, saw the kids, took them to school, and I went to a meeting at 10 o'clock.
Wow.
I know, and then I carried on ever since. It was like 3 weeks ago. It's not that long ago.
It's exhausting just listening to this.
Yeah, I know. And but then all of this gave me so much exposure. And then I remember there is a guy. He's a Brazilian diplomat that lives not far from us. Because my wife family own restaurants. One in Chislehurst, one in Sidcup.
Is she an English family?
That is Italian. By chance, I used to work for her dad.
Okay.
I know. I made my father-in-law before my wife.
Okay.
And he still today, he still asks me to go and help him out in it.
So, got a few things going on.
Yeah. And so this guy goes and eats in there. And, my father-in-law was like, he said, you should meet him. He's such a lovely man. He said, I don't even know what my father is so funny. He's been here 40 years. I don't speak English. I said, I don't know what he does. He said, commentator and blah, blah, blah. Is this a commander? Well, it's just like a title, like an OBE, MBE, whatever it's or Brazilian one. Then I found out he's got Italian background. Like, half or so, 50% of South America, they got Italian background anyway, so the massive immigration there. And then he started to talk to me and said, you should come with a conservative and blah, 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 blah. I said, okay. I said, come for lunch at the Savoy. I said, okay. Well, gave me the ticket. I know that was only lunch with Theresa May.
No.
Yeah, I got pissed somewhere with Theresa.
No.
So at the Savoy, I think, it's the Prime Minister.
I recognise you.
I sit at the table with the Prime Minister.
Is that how you go well with the Conservatives?
Yes, and then by then I bet there was a branch of the Westminster Association which is called British Italian Conservative. And they said, why don't you get involved with us? Blah, blah. I said, let's have a look. I met a few nice guys in there. And by then I went to the conference in Manchester 2 years ago. When I went to the conference in Manchester 2 years ago, I remember there was this girl, I think she was after me. But I kindly dismissed her, although she was very beautiful, but I'm happily married. So.
Very good.
And my wife still talks about that girl to this day.
That girl.
Anyway, but she said to me, can I introduce you to the president of the Italian Chamber of Commerce? I said, okay. I see this old man, 80-year-old man. He's one I discovered later on is a quite high person in the diplomatic world. She's in and said, what do you do? I'm in construction. I said, okay. So I give him my card, give him his card. And they said, when you say construction, I meet a lot of people in construction, but what do you do? I told him what we do. It's like, what 600-700 property per year? I said, yeah. Why didn't we ever know about you? I said, well, to be fair, I just
been doing it for long.
I said, even so, I said, I just work. I don't know. So, to be fair, I feel quite disappointed that us as a Chamber of Commerce, we have not even searched for a company like yours. So you need to come. So his secretary said to me, come in our office in Oxford Circus and we'll have a chat. So I went. So I came back from Manchester about 10 days later. I went to his office and started to talk. We become quite close. We're very close to this day. It was only a couple of years ago. And one night he had a phone call in the office. It was him. He said, I want to give you an award. There's an annual conference been going for 40 years, which a lot of members of the cabinet participate, British cabinet participate, because it's actually in Westminster Church House, so literally behind the Abbey. And I got awarded the most talented Italian award for the year.
But of course.
Which was quite, I was like, wow. And normally they can only give that award up to the age of 40. But I was 41.
They let you
Well, he said, no, there's no way I'm not. He talked to the committee because, you know, there are people from Oxford or whatever, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of professors deciding